What's up, you guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be talking about things that you have been overthinking for years that don't actually matter, which is so exciting because these are all things that I wish someone would have told me when I started my fitness journey, because it would have made my life so much easier and I would have accomplished my goals way faster. I know that there is so much conflicting information in the fitness industry and in the dieting industry, and it's really, really difficult to know what actually has scientific evidence backing it and what is just a bunch of crap that people are talking about to try and get you to buy their stuff in order to make money. Guys, I'm gonna let you in on a secret. Losing weight is really simple. Now, I didn't say that it's easy, but it's simple. And if we can just simplify the methods that you're using to lose weight, then you're gonna have a better relationship with food, you're gonna see your goals much quicker, you're gonna be more consistent, and you're gonna probably spend a lot less money, which everybody wants. Let's jump into a few myths in the fitness industry that legitimately keep me up at night that people still believe this. Listen, I'm totally not blaming you. I full-heartedly believed this crap at one point too, which low-key like embarrasses me, but I also 100% understand if you believe this because it's all you've ever been told. So I'm gonna kind of help set the record straight and give you some hope that losing weight is not as difficult as it seems. Okay, number one, you cannot spot reduce fat. I know this crushed my dreams when I found this out and realized that there is absolutely nothing that you can do to try and lose the fat on your legs or on your butt or on your stomach or underneath your arms. The reality is that you cannot control where fat goes on first and where it comes off last. And typically those are the same thing. I know, it's devastating. But you can lose overall fat, which eventually will lead to those really stubborn areas. For example, if you hold weight in your belly and you really, really want to lean out and lose fat in your belly, basically what you need to do to get there is you need to reduce your overall body fat, and eventually the fat on your belly will come off. I know it's not the spicy answer that you want. No, there's not a pill. No, there's not an ab exercise. You just have to lose overall weight. Genetically, we all hold fat in different places. So what may lean out first for me when I'm dieting may be what leans out last for you. And I know that's really frustrating, but it's really important to focus on the parts of your body that you think look great. You can learn to love the parts of your body that you may think don't look as great. It's all about what you focus on. What you focus on expands. So it's really, really important to keep a positive attitude while you're dieting and trying to get to the point where those stubborn areas do come off, or you'll burn out before you get there. One of the biggest reasons that you may not be seeing progress in an area that holds fat more than others is because you've never dieted for a long enough period of time to actually see progress in that area. So once again, I know it's frustrating, but there is absolutely no way to spot reduce fat in a certain part of your body. You just have to diet for long enough. Myth number two, what you eat does not matter. Say it again. What you eat does not matter. How much you eat matters. Okay, one more time. How much you eat matters. Guys, I know if you want to come for me in the comments, honestly, go for it, because this is what has changed my life. If you know my history, I was bulimic for 5 years and I struggled with a severe eating disorder, which I am happy and healthy now, recovered for almost 6 years, which is really exciting. I can do another video on that if you want. But what you eat does not matter. There is no reason to be fearful of any foods. Are some foods going to help you achieve your goals easier than others? Yes. I mean, getting shredded on a bunch of donuts would be relatively difficult and you're probably going to be starving and lose a lot of muscle mass, but you could do it. What do I mean, right? What do you mean, Rach, that you can eat whatever you want? Well, there are boundaries. You can't eat how much of whatever you want. When it comes to losing weight, if you are eating less than you burn, regardless of what your food is made up of, you can lose weight. If by definition you are in a caloric deficit, you will be losing weight. When you are starting a diet, you really shouldn't be looking at making a massive change in your diet. You should already have relatively balanced and healthy lifestyle habits so that when you're dieting, all you're doing is eating a little bit less of what you've always eaten. That's what's so important about developing small habits to have a healthy lifestyle and a balanced nutritional diet, so that you're not making these massive changes so it's so incredibly difficult to even start a diet because you feel like you have to go out and have a Last Supper because you're never gonna have pizza again. That's ridiculous. You can totally have pizza. You just might have to go for 1 slice instead of the usual 3. You know what I'm saying? Number 3, weightlifting will not make you bulky. Yes, it will not. You guys, I love weightlifting. That's offensive. No, I'm just kidding. But seriously, weightlifting is not going to make you bulky, especially if you're trying to lose weight. Most women start weightlifting because they want to get more toned. What you're actually saying to me is, I want to lose fat so I can see the muscle that I've worked really hard to build. Well, if you've worked hard to build muscle, it's taken you years to do so, because yes, it is so difficult to get bulky. Just ask any man out there. It's really, really hard, and it's even harder genetically for women to get bulky. So I promise you're not gonna walk into the gym, do a shoulder press, and like have some shoulder boulders. You know what I'm saying? It takes a lot of work. It has taken me literally 6 years of lifting to build the physique I have now. And there are so many women out there with a significant more amount of muscle mass than even I have. I promise it will take a really long time, especially if you're natural, which we are natural. We support being natural, okay? I'm not talking about like beauty. I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. So ladies, please do not be afraid to get into strength training. Strength training is so beneficial for your health for so many different reasons. But one of the biggest reasons that strength training is beneficial in a caloric deficit is because it helps you maintain muscle mass. So when you lose weight, you're going to lose a little bit of fat and a little bit of muscle. That's just the way it is. But if you are eating a high protein diet, and you are lifting weights, then you are much more likely to target fat loss so that you're able to maintain the muscle that you already have on your body. So please, guys, please stop believing this myth. You will not get bulky if you lose weight. You will not get bulky if you lift weights, I promise. You would have to work so hard to get to that point, especially if you were in a caloric deficit. So lift weights in order to hang on to the muscle mass that you already have while you're in a caloric deficit. Not to mention how much muscle mass you have on your body is in direct relation to how much you are able to eat, which is in direct relation to your metabolism. So you want to have a decent amount of muscle mass so that you can eat a lot of food, right? That's the ultimate goal. Basically what that means is the more muscle mass you have on your body, the more calories you burn at rest, which means you're able to eat more, which is everybody's dreams. So if I can't convince you to lift weights with that, I don't know what's gonna help. Tip number 4, your body has absolutely no idea what time it is. So you can eat carbs after dark. Yes, you heard that correctly. You enjoy a nice big meal right before you go to bed if that's what your sweet little heart desires, okay? You do not need to be starving yourself before bed, okay? Knock that off. We love eating at all times of the day. You can eat whenever you want. Now, let me preface, it is optimal to have carbohydrates surrounding your lifting sessions, okay? But that is secondary compared to overall calories throughout the day and just hitting the number that you have set for your caloric deficit than any sort of meal timing. Meal timing is just very, very secondary. I don't want you worried about meal timing if you're just trying to lose weight and you're just trying to start off, okay? Let's not stress about the small things. I know that every single one of you watching this has at some point, including myself, thought, I have to have 6 small meals a day and every single meal has to have a protein shake and I can't eat carbs after 6 p.m. No, no. Ugh. Who came up with that? That is so incorrect, you guys. That is so, so incorrect. And all that's doing is making your life miserable. Have a big bowl of oatmeal before you go to sleep if that's what you want. Just make sure that you're hitting your overall calories for the day and that you have a good protein goal set. That is what is the most important. You can eat a few small meals throughout the day. You can eat 3 big meals throughout the day. You could even eat 1 giant meal. That's not gonna be optimal for muscle mass or digestion, but you could do it and still see progress. Okay guys, the last tip, number 5. If you haven't picked this up already, I'm clearly not doing my job, but the last tip I wanna give you is calories are king. If you want weight loss to be simplified, let me give it to you. All that matters is how many calories you are eating. Now, you guys, this is not a video about your health or optimal training or retaining muscle mass. This is a video about myths and talking about things that are pushed way too hard in the fitness industry that don't actually matter if you are just trying to lose weight. Like, my goodness, we're all just out here trying to have a hot girl summer, okay? I get it. You do not need to be worried about this and this and this and this and this, right? All we need to worry about is that you are in a caloric deficit, eating less than you burn. And I know it's weird, right? It's like when you've been told all of these crazy things your entire life and you're programmed to think a certain way about dieting and diet culture. When someone just like breaks in and is like, hey, you can eat whatever you want at any time of day that you want, and you can lift weights and you're gonna look great and you're gonna lose weight. It's hard to believe. Totally get that, but just trust me. The most important thing, if I can have you take away one thing from this video, it's that compliance is the science. Guys, is it really realistic that you're gonna eat 6 small meals a day for the rest of your life and you're never gonna eat carbs after 6 p.m.? Not for me. Probably not. Compliance is the science. Whatever you can stick to and be consistent with is what's going to get you results while making sure that you're in a caloric deficit. That's it, so simple. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope that I was able to bust a few fitness myths that probably kept you up at night too. So I hope moving forward, weight loss is just a little bit more simple. As always, you can totally slide into my DMs. I am always open for questions. Leave questions in the comments below. I'll be sure to get back to you, and I'm happy to help you guys just kind of get a kickstart on your goals, whatever you're trying to achieve. Thanks for coming back for another video, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.